It uses magnetic muscle stimulation to contract the muscle far harder and many more contractions than you could do on your own if you're just doing sit-ups or working your glutes or quads on your own. So this worked out great for contractions in one session, 30-minute session.
Slide 2 of it, talking by passing through the fat. If you had too much of a layer of fat, we would want to combine this with cool sculpting and reduce that volume of fat first, and then work on the muscle toning with cool tone. So we apply the applicator to the area, and right now we did say that it's approved for abdomen, buttocks, and just the front of the thighs currently. So there's 2 paddles for abdomen. We usually just place 1 paddle because people aren't usually large enough to handle 2 paddles on the abdomen. But the buttocks, you would get 1 for each side, and thighs 1 for each side. And they're just a little padded strap that goes around you and straps it on. And you feel like a tapping motion at first, and that algorithm is to remove lactic acid from the muscle, and then you start to feel the contraction. And it does that different algorithm throughout the entire 30-minute session. Front of thighs is a 20-minute session, but abdomen and buttocks is 30 minutes. As we said, you can gradually increase to a comfortable contraction for you. You don't have to get all the way to the max. We'll just gradually increase it as you're going through the 30-minute session. Talk about how it kind of feels afterwards. Really nothing. Sometimes you'll feel like you worked out a little bit, that same type of feeling, but no pain or discomfort or downtime or anything like that. Yeah, so we do it in a series of 4 at the beginning, and you do 2 1 week and 2 the next week. So they just need to be placed 48 hours apart. And that's how the first series is done. And then you can touch up as often as you'd like. It's just like if you wanted to continue to go to the gym. Some people go 2-3 times a week, some people go more. So for this, we would recommend, anywhere from 2 to 6 months.
And another question was, who is an ideal candidate for cool tone?
So someone with a BMI 24 or below, and someone who is either already a gym goer that wants to increase their fitness, or someone who doesn't really enjoy fitness and kind of wants an easier way to achieve some results. Maybe you've been through an injury and you can't work out currently, and you want to keep some areas toned up because you aren't able to work out. This is a great option. So any of those types of, if you're a busy mom and you can't make it to the gym all the time, come in here for a 30-minute session.
And why did y'all each choose cool tone in the areas that y'all got treated?
I chose buttocks and abdomen just because they're always the areas that I work on the most in the gym and that I just wanted a little help with. I sit on a stool without a back all day as an esthetician, and so I really am trying to be conscious of my posture because I'm constantly leaning over patients. So I kind of wanted it for that too, to help me sit up and sit back better, and just to get more definition in my abdomen. Like I said, I was kind of getting it to be flatter, but I wanted more of that muscle toning look.
And then also, as I mentioned before, post-pregnancy, the muscle gets stretched out, and then even though we sort of go back after the pregnancy's over, it never goes totally back to what it was before. So by doing these muscle contractions with the cool tone on the abdomen, that abdominal muscle helps kind of recover from that post-pregnancy flabbiness and pooch that you get. Even though I had my kids years ago, I still had the poochy tummy, and now I feel like it's flatter and not as poochy as it used to be.
Yeah, I'm treating a new mom right now, and she just described it to me as I feel like someone's zipping me back up. She feels like it's coming back together. She has a slight diastasis, separation of the abdomen, and she's like, I feel like it's zipping it back up a little bit. So yeah, definitely a great treatment for me.
As we age, our muscle mass declines, so anything we can do to fight that decline in muscle mass with aging, this is a great way to build up muscle.
And just to kind of talk about too of why to pick cool tone maybe over some of the competitors, the strength of this is measured in Teslas, and this is actually 50% stronger than the current competitor on the market as far as the strength of the electromagnetic energy. And we are priced a little bit cheaper than those as well too, so it is a stronger energy, and you're going to get a better result with it being stronger. So this is by Allergan. We use Allergan every aspect of our clinic, and they come out with great systems, and so this is a very trusted company.
During procedure, did it hurt at all?
So no, I didn't find it painful. You definitely feel it. You know, you feel like almost as if the same motion when you're doing a crunch. It definitely contracts you, and like we said, you can make that as strong or as, you know, less aggressive as you prefer. But yeah, you definitely feel a contraction of the muscle. Even on the buttocks, you feel it grip you, you know, and pretty much, you know, pretty aggressively. But it doesn't hurt. It, you know, it's the same motion as if you were doing a crunch. It's not painful, but you feel it.
And did y'all experience y'all's results right away?
Yeah, I would say pretty much 2 weeks or so after I could see the definition. I felt like in my workouts I could tell, especially what she was talking about with the plank, I'd be struggling or starting to shake at a 1 minute plank. I can do a 2 minute plank almost like effortlessly. So yeah, you can definitely tell a difference in your workouts and then seeing the definition pretty quickly.
I would agree. I was just gonna say, Clarice, so do you have a sense, is our most popular area abs or glutes? Or?
So far, I feel like our most popular area is abdomen, yes. Even for the men that I've had, they choose abdomen so far. Yeah. Everyone wants defined abs, but I would say buttocks is the next runner-up, and then front of thighs. I'm hoping that eventually they do arms because I have that requested a lot. So hopefully we'll get, you know, a smaller little applicator and they'll approve it to that. I'm sure that there's more to come with this machine. It's new, like she said, we just got it before the pandemic started. So I'm sure that there's still more development in the works.
And any post or pre-procedure recommendations?
No, really, there's like nothing. You don't just stretch. You know, there's nothing you need to, you know, start to prepare for. I mean, I would say the only thing for the abdomen is don't be full. Like, just like you wouldn't go like work out on a full stomach. Like one time I tried to like eat my lunch and then do it really quick.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
And try to avoid menstrual cycle, right?
Yeah, I did do it on my menstrual cycle just to be a guinea pig for it, and honestly, they say it can increase the flow or have you cramping more, and I didn't experience that.
Yeah.
But that is a recommendation from the company, but I did try that out just to be a guinea pig for it, and I didn't have any problems with it. So, but yes, you should try to avoid that in the series because it's only a 2-week series. So.
What if you cannot come in every 48 hours in between each treatment in a series?
It has to be at least 48 hours in between, but sometimes if it hits the weekend or something where it has to be a little longer, that's okay. But it just couldn't be sooner. You couldn't do like Tuesday and then Wednesday, you know, but Tuesday and then Friday would be fine.
What y'all's maintenance look like individually?
After my series, I think that I've done, and I did mine right like before the pandemic, I've done 2 more since then in that area. Dr. Bruce is using it as her trainer, so.
I love it. I mean, for me, when I usually do it is if I have a cancellation and then I look at Clarice's schedule like, oh, she's
Throw me
free,
on.
and I run over there thinking, you do one on me today?
Yeah.
So I love it. I mean, I just feel like, I hope my trainer's not listening, but I actually haven't started going back to my trainer. I'm like, I'd rather spend the money on this.
Recommended do cool tone or cool sculpting first?
Cool sculpting first. So we want to reduce the volume, and we want to see a little bit of that result develop. So sometimes with cool sculpting, normally we're going to recommend 2 treatments, 1 month apart, and then it takes about 8 weeks to see your full, you know, start to see the transformation of cool sculpting, and then we would start to implement the cool tone. So you would need to give a little bit of time for that whole process. But cool sculpting first for sure. We want to eliminate some of the fat so that we can really target and define and tone the muscle.
Can you do 2 series on the same area back to back?
Yeah, so and I've done that definitely. Someone come in and then we do buttocks and then we change them over and we do the abdomen. So yes, because they're only 30 minutes, it's really simple.
Or are you asking on the same area, like 8? You're talking about 8
Yeah.
on the same area? Yeah, and that you get even better results.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
you can definitely go beyond the 4.
Yeah, 4 is kind of the minimum.
Yes.
6 or 8's even better.
Yeah. So yes, both ways. You can do 2 series on the exact same area, or if they were asking if you can do different areas on the body at the same time, yes, we can do that in the same appointment as well.
Great. Well,
Okay.
thank you, everyone.
Well,
Thank
thanks
you so much.
so much for joining us.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Stay healthy.
Bye-bye.